This subscriber of mine did 700% on Pangolin, a decentralized exchange on Avalanche, using the exact method I'm going to show you in this video. This method can help you find the next Uniswap of Ethereum, the next pancake swap of Binance Smart Chain, and we're going to find these top protocol tokens using DeFi Llama. This tool is one of the best free tools in crypto that can actually make you money, and I'm surprised that it's still free because I would pay a lot of money to use this. Even more surprising to me is how many people in crypto do not use this. It's a literal cheat code, and I'm going to show you why. DeFi Llama shows us in real time what is happening on a blockchain. The TVL, the users, the volume, the growth. This is incredible. This does not exist in traditional finance. In traditional finance, we have to wait for a company to give their quarterly or annual results in order to find out how many customers do they have. What is their profit? We have to wait for the news to tell us things. By that time, we're already too late. But in crypto, you don't have to do that. You can see this information in real time on chain. The first step to finding the top coins is to first find the top blockchains where the money is flowing. If you're in a dry ecosystem, you're not going to get wet. So we want to head over to chains and then look at the chains with the highest TVL, volume, and user. So if we sort by TVL, of course, you're going to see Ethereum at the top. You'll see Tron here at number 2. But this is not a blockchain that I'll be touching. There's a lot of stable coins here, but in terms of protocols and making money with tokens, I would look past Tron. So I always pair TVL with 24-hour volume. If I hit 24-hour volume, you'll see Tron will drop out of that list. So when we look at, let's say, TVL and 24-hour volume and also protocols, we see the same suspects, right? Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, Base, Solana. Now, when it comes to Ethereum, their top decentralized exchange is Uniswap. That's a missed opportunity. Everyone already knows about it. And the same thing goes for Binance Smart Chain. Their top decentralized exchange is PancakeSwap. Everyone already knows about it. And I have a focus right now on the decentralized exchanges because they are crucial for a blockchain ecosystem. All these tokens we talk about, whether it's a meme or a game or a governance or utility token, they are first traded on decentralized exchanges. There are other valuable protocols on these layer 1 blockchains, but to start off, we're just going to focus on the decentralized exchanges. So going through this list, we can see there's a lot of action happening on Solana, on Avalanche, on Base. So if there's a lot of action happening there, it means people are trading on their decentralized exchanges. So if we click on Avalanche, for example, we will see their top protocols in terms of TVL. We could also sort it out by revenue over the last 24 hours. But for right now, we can see that the top DEX is Trader Joe, followed by Pangolin. So the subscriber who watched my previous video in the past was looking right at this, right? They saw Trader Joe at number 1 and Pangolin at number 2. And to him, Pangolin looked undervalued. So he picked it up and did 700%. If we're back on chains and we go to Solana, we can see that their top decentralized exchanges are Radium and Orca. And it's very important to consistently check up on these results because they can change. What's number 1 today may not be number 1 tomorrow. So it's important to monitor which chains are rising and falling, and then within these chains to rise which protocols are rising and falling. Now, if we go over to Base, there's a lot of action happening there right now. And their top protocol, which also happens to be a decentralized exchange, is Aerodrome. And look what happened to Aerodrome. It was listed on Coinbase in the beginning of February, and then over the last 30 days, it is up over 700%. So we can turn this into a simple formula. Find the chains with high TVL, 24-hour volume, and a lot of users, a lot of protocols. Then when you find those chains, go ahead and find the top protocols, and in this case, the top decentralized exchanges, and all of that information is right here for us on chain. Now, the way to use this information to really get ahead is monitor which chains are rising up. So, for example, Sui is a blockchain I've noticed that has been rising up the ranks in 24-hour volume and also in TVL. It's still not up there with the top dogs, but who knows where it will be in the future. And it's important to note that there's a big drop off from these top chains, even to these chains at 12 and 14. For example, now we're on 24-hour volume. You can see Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Solana, they're in the billions, right? Then we have Base, 536 million, and there's a huge drop off. If we look at Aptos right now, 32 million. If we look at Cardano, 8.3 million. And the further you go down this list, the less money there is, the less water there is, meaning you're less likely to get wet. So if you're going to buy a meme coin or a decentralized exchange or a utility token or a gaming token on one of these chains where there's not a lot of money, don't expect it to go up right away. Two chains in particular I've been watching are Sui and Aptos. If we click on Sui, their top decentralized exchange at the moment is Cetus. And remember, nothing here is guaranteed. It may be number one today, but who knows what it will be next week. So it's super important to be consistent, checking up which chains are rising and falling, and also within these chains, which protocols are rising and falling. So if we scroll over to Cardano, I'm going to say something that might trigger a lot of people, but I'm trying to be objective here. There is a strong following for Cardano, but right now at the moment, there's not as much volume, users, and TVL there as there are on these top chains. So if we head over to Cardano and someone, for example, says, hey, wow, MinSwap is the top decentralized exchange on Cardano. If they buy this coin, don't expect it to shoot up overnight or anytime soon, because the most important part about these protocols or these tokens going up is the layer 1 blockchain that they're on. But now that Cardano is getting its first fiat-backed stablecoin, we may see a growth on Cardano DeFi. So I do think the current winners will continue winning, right? Solana, Base, Avalanche, but there are some potential sleepers, right? Sui, Aptos, and maybe some projects that will totally surprise us. So if you find the blockchain that has the money or you think will have the money in the future, you can also look at these categories in a cleaner view by going here to the left, selecting categories, and it will separate it for you. As you can see, there are many different categories. There are many different ways to make money in crypto, but the problem is you can choose any of them, but not all of them. Choose one, choose two, choose three. If you start buying every niche, every category, putting your money across the board, it's not practical. You're going to lose control. When you join my private community, we'll start off with a one-on-one call to help you narrow down your focus and come up with a research game plan that is actually manageable so that you can take action. And it's followed up by live calls twice a week. I'll leave a link for the community down below. So as you can see, there are so many categories. Right now, we're just going to focus on decentralized exchanges. And then at the top, we can simply choose, for example, Solana, and it will show us the top ones are Radium and Orca. If we select Avalanche, it will show us the top decentralized exchanges are Trader Joe and Pangolin. If we select Sui, we can see number one is Cetus. And like we said earlier, you can look at several other chains, but you just want to make sure that there's water there, or at least the water will be flowing there soon. So when I'm looking at these opportunities, I don't get too fancy. I don't scroll all the way down this list looking for chains that I think in the far future people will use. I look at what people are using now and what I think they will continue to use. So as we mentioned, right, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, PancakeSwap, and Uniswap, these are the obvious plays that have already played out. So now we're looking at Solana, we're looking at AVAX, we're looking at Base. These chains are growing and I think they will continue to grow. And I also have my sleepers, right? I'm looking at Sui, I'm looking at Aptos. But right now, the one that I'm looking at the most is Base Chain. And I believe the next Pepe, the next Dogecoin is on Base Chain. So go ahead and watch this video to learn more.